guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought for today's video, this is my 21st birthday get ready with me, so I'm really excited about this. I'm actually going to be showing you this makeup look right here, if I can pop a photo of it on the screen, because this is the makeup that I did for my birthday party on Saturday just gone. So I mean, yeah, I thought I would do this today. I'm really excited. I really like the makeup look that I did. Hopefully I have got a photo to show you, but obviously you will see what I look like at the end of this video. I'm going to do hair and outfit as well as my makeup, so this is a full-on get ready with me. So if you would like to see what I do to my face and how I do it and what products I use, then just keep watching. I think I've got everything out in front of me. I did want to share with you the tan that I used. It is the Hisha Express Liquid Tan. I've gone back to this. I did film a how I tan sort of video, so I will link it here, and I did use this. I've gone like, I always go between different tans. This one, St. Moritz, Cocoa Brown Tan, I feel like it's called, the one in the pink bottle. I go between quite a few, but that is what I've used today, and it's really nice colours. I wanted to show you the eyeshadow palette that I've used today because I got it for my birthday from my good friends. Thank you very much. Alicia and Nikki. So I thought I would, well, I did use it on my birthday, therefore obviously that's what I'm going to use today, but it is the Identity palette by Makeupbymaeve, which I was dying to try. All three of these look gorgeous, but they picked up this one for me and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm sure you've seen these before, but it looks like this. And then it looks a bit like this on the inside. Huge mirror, as you can see, like how helpful is the size of that mirror. It's amazing. Love it, essentially. Really nice. I'm going to do some swatches, some cutaways and some swatches so that you guys can see these. You guys can see these, but yeah, I really like them. You can see a couple that I have used, and I have swatched a few of these already, but they're so nice. They're super soft, they blend amazingly. Like, I wasn't shocked as such, but I was shocked. I've only used a couple shades, but if they all work as well as they do, then 100% I'm there for it. So to begin with, I am going to do my eyes. So for that, what I did was use the Revolution Pro HD Cream Contour Palette and just take a mixture of these two lightest shades and pop that all over my lid. I used this as a base and it worked perfectly. Like, it's just so thick and like it cancels out all the discoloration on my eyes. And then what I did do was just go over and push this into my skin a little bit more, using my damp beauty blender. I'm currently using the Morphe sponge and I really like this. So don't judge, my brushes are not clean from Saturday night, okay? I went straight in with this light brown transition shade on the right hand side. I'm just going to pack that on my brush, tap away the excess and just place this in the crease of my lid. So just placing it there. I really like this technique. Obviously I think it's like the new sort of like Instagram technique that all makeup artists and Instagrammers use, and I actually love the way that it works. Like, I feel like it does work better than building colours and layering colours and going from lightest to darkest, which granted I am kind of going light to dark, but not how I would before. Do you know what I mean? How we all used to do it. I really like this sort of technique. I also think it's easier. Like, the base is wet, so you don't have excess powder. It's not gonna like crumble. I really like it. So just to let you know, I am pulling this out because it was a sort of like winged smoky situation. So I'm just going to, once I've started blending out this, I'm just going to drag the excess out, like so. So I'm sort of like packing and then blending upwards and then dragging it out. You see what I mean? Did quite a lot was take just a clean fluffy brush and take the base shade just here, and this really helped to blend out the edges and make sure that I got sort of a seamless base. So I just went right across here so that the brown didn't go too high in my eyebrow or nothing like that. Like, it just helped it blend out really, really nicely. And sort of go between the two. I feel like I did this like 10 times. It was just so satisfying to add this on, blend it out, and then use this to sort of really smooth out the edge. I don't know, I was like, oh my god, these blend so nicely. Oh. My second colour that I went with was just, what? This is not a colour, this is a brush. This is the brush that I went with, just from an Urban Decay brush, and I used this gorgeous chocolate brown. I just packed this all over my lid, literally. Simples. Look at that colour. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do with my eyes on Saturday, and my dress is black, so I was like, oh, maybe I could add in some colour. Maybe I could add in a pop of colour. But when I got to this, and I got to this brown, I was like, nah, this is going. I'm gonna go simple but effective, you know? So this went all over my lid, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just gonna drag this out also to match that shape, and then just blend this up into my crease like so. And then I'm going to go back in with my smaller brush, a little bit of the lighter shade, and just blend these two together in my crease. This is kind of what we're left with. Like, how easy was that? I did, however, deepen up the outer corner, which I do like to do. It would just give a little bit more depth to my eye, and it did make it a little bit more smoky and sort of sultry and going out appropriate. So what I did was take the black that's underneath. This isn't quite black, I think it's like an ultra dark brown, though it might be a black. I'm not sure. It comes up super black, so maybe it is. I'm going to take this shade here, and what I actually did was wing this out. Like, I wasn't going to, and then I started putting it there, and I was like, actually, this, I prefer sometimes a smoky liner as opposed to a solid liquid wing. Brown that I used with this Urban Decay brush, take a bit more and sort of pat back over the top with that, and also help blend the wing sort of into my eye more. So it's all nice and seamless. So yeah, I think I'm going to pop a little bit more concealer underneath my eye and finish off my lower lash line, and then I'll go away, finish my other eye, and then we can get straight onto the face. So for my lower lash line, I just took a pencil brush. I'm going to take the brown shade and sort of go, do I want to go light to dark? I don't know, I'm lying, what am I doing? I'm going to take the brown that I used on my lid and pop this underneath my lash line first and really stamp it onto that wet concealer. Off my brush and take the transition shade, which was that light brown. And then just deepen up the outer corner a little bit more. I'm going to take the black on this little smudger brush and really pack that on my lash line on the outer corner, just link the top with the bottom, you know. I'm also going to finish this eye, and then we'll come back and do the face together. So I will be right back. Finished my eyes off and added some lashes. The lashes that I used were the Enchanted Heartbreaker lashes, which are really nice, but they're quite hard to work with. Like, they are relatively new, and I've only worn them a couple times prior to Saturday, so like they are really nice and like fluttery, as you can see, but they are like hard to work with. So just bear with if you do get them. Moving on to my skin, I have moisturised, so I'm just going to go straight into prepping my skin. At the minute, I have been absolutely obsessed with this. This is the MUA Pro Base Smooth Set and Prime Blur Stick. I've been obsessed with it. I think it works so well to fill in your pores and smooth out your skin. Like, it's like a giant, it obviously straight off the bat reminds me of Benefit Professional, so it's just like a big stick version of that. Honestly, like, if you like that, then you're pretty certain you'll love this. So I just pop it forehead, on my cheeks here, and right in the middle there, where on the crease of my chin, because that's where I get like, that's where I have the most of my pores. Do please excuse the state of my skin. Like, after I go drinking, it hates me. Like, this and this is all from Saturday night. Like, honestly, my skin hates me for drinking, which is kind of funny. Found this recently. This is the PS Strobe Face and Body Highlight Cream, and to me it reminds me of the MAC Strobe Cream. Now, I've not used MAC Strobe Cream, but from what I've seen, it just reminds me of it. Like, even like the bottle shape. I mean, Primark copy, they do copy, don't they? So that's probably where they got the shape from. But even like, looks like the MAC Strobe Cream. So I'm just gonna stipple this all over my face. So let me know down below what you are hoping to get for Christmas. If there's a product, a makeup product in particular that you're after, or anything. Could be absolutely anything that you would like from Father Christmas this year. Do let me know down below. I haven't particularly asked for anything this year. Like, I've noticed as I've gotten older, there's not that many things that I know my mum can buy me anymore, because I just can buy it myself. Do you know what I mean? Like the makeup or things like that. Obviously, I'm so grateful for what she does buy me and what she can buy me, but like majority of stuff that I'm like, oh, I would really like that, is just from like the drugstore, and then when I get paid, I just pick it up. I feel like once you get older, it is a lot less about the presents. But I am such a gift giver. Like, I love giving gifts. I bought so many this year. I just love giving friends and family gifts, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of excited just to give them my stuff as opposed to getting stuff. I also did throw on a little bit of this Honeydew Me Up, because it's honestly my favourite. Though it's honestly my favourite primer probably of 2018. So I just thought I'd use a little bit, give my skin a super dewy effect. So on to foundation. I think on Saturday what I used was the Rimmel Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, which I honestly am obsessed with. I mean, I think everyone... Oh, look at how well my tan's developed. This might even be too light. Maybe a little bit too light. I might mix in a couple of my Cover FX drops, because these are way too freaking dark. Oh my god. Look at the colour of these. They are so unbelievably dark. So I'm literally going to pop like 2 in there, because yeah, that's better, because they are bloody dark. So I'm going to dot this all over my skin. Don't really do that. I don't really know why I just did that. So, as I mentioned, it is my birthday tomorrow. Yay! I am 21. I can't really believe that I'm 21 already, because it's just getting older now, you know what I mean? 18 is like, I think, the best year, because you can already drive if you have driven, and learn. You can already drive, you can drink legally, you are like an adult as such. Like there's not really much else I think I want to do that I can't do. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to use the concealer, the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define. And as I mentioned earlier, I put some concealer down to do my lower lash line, so I don't really need that much now, she says. But what I have started to do when I cream contour is leave my concealer there, go around to do my cream contour, and then come back and do blend out the concealer afterwards. So this is the PS concealer in Chestnut, which I really have been liking. It's really creamy for a stick, to be fair. Blends out really, really nicely. Blends out really, really nicely. So this is what I've been using. It's not like a really, really good colour payoff, but that's sort of good in a way, I think, for cream contour, because then it's not too harsh and you've not got to worry about sorting it out. It's sort of there, but it creates like a shadow, but it's not too significant. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and blend in this concealer now. Or what I find difficult about doing like this is that obviously you've got to try and blend up the concealer but without blending it into your eyeshadow, which I have not mastered exactly. So in a second I will more than likely have to go in with some eyeshadow, because look, how do people do it? Really like the effect that it gives you when you blend, and you've already done your lower lash line, all you've got to do is blend your concealer in. Do you know what I mean? I do really like the effect of that. That is the concealer and all the cream products down. I'm going to pop some powder on, and I've currently been using the Revolution Lace Powder. Really nice powder, really nice and lightweight. I used to use it ages ago, and then stopped, and then went back to it just because it's so affordable and so like nice on the skin and really lightweight. So I do use a damp beauty blender for this. Also, I've sort of like, this is my Real Techniques one, which I love and it's super soft, but I've sort of been using this for my creams and this for my powders at the moment, and I really like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure there's no creases. Put this down. So as I said, I have messed up just a little bit on my lower lash line. So what I'm going to do is just go back in with a couple of the brushes just to blend this out. So I'm going to use the, oh, where are they? I'm just going to use a little pencil brush which should have some excess product left on it, and just, I don't really think you need to go back in with any extra product. I feel like just using the brushes just to blend them out will do just fine, to be honest. Really happy with that. Now we have the eyes and the base all powdered. Move on to some powder products, which I think are actually my favourites. Do you guys prefer powders or cream products? Let me know. I think I like powders to just sort of like define everything. So I'm going to use my all-time favourite bronzer of all time, the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade, nope, not gonna lie to you, I cannot find the colour on that. I just like to take this on an angled, sort of small angled brush. I used to use a really big fluffy brush for my bronzer, but I noticed that it would sort of like disturb products and disturb the cream, so I just like to take my bronzer and sort of stamp it where it needs to go, as opposed to sweeping it, because this sort of gives me the better like smoother effect, I feel. Do you know what I mean? And it also, this brush fits a lot nicer on my forehead than the bigger one. The bigger one was like this big, so it would like cover up the whole of my brow, whereas this more like defined one sort of fits nicely on my forehead. And then I do like to take a smaller angled brush for my nose. I don't necessarily contour it, but I don't like to leave it without any shadow on, because it's a little bit like flat. And just like so, and then I will go back in with some translucent powder because I don't want it to be too harsh, like so. So we're going to leave that like that. I'm going to pop some here as well to carve that out, and then we're going to add some more contours. So I am currently using the Nip and Fab Travel palette in the shades Latte, Satin and Champagne. So it comes with 3 shades like so. So we've got Latte, Satin and Champagne. And I use this shade Latte to sort of carve out my cheeks a little bit more. So I just take a little bit, and with the side of the brush, just like really pop it in the corners of my cheeks, right at the back, and then blend this upwards to my forehead, and likewise on this side. I'd like to take the same champagne highlighter from this palette and also the same blusher. So tell you what, I feel like I'm yet to find my favourite highlighting brush. Like, I don't have one. I don't know what shape I like. I don't know what size I like. At the moment I just like to use these little ones that I have. I have a couple little mini brushes that work really nicely, but I just haven't found my favourite highlighting brush. Hopefully you can see that, because this champagne like highlighter is so pretty. I think once I've set my face, I will pop a little bit more on, because it ain't gonna hurt nobody, is it? I'm gonna take the, what's it called, Satin blusher shade, and pop that on and just blend those two together. This is a super pink shade, so like I just take the tiniest bit because I'm not that big a fan of blush. I'm gonna spray my face with some vitamin E hydrating mist just to melt the powders together. Get some more of that, it's like running out. I'm going with a little bit more highlighter. This is my all-time favourite product, the Slake Solstice highlighter. As you can see, mine is like wrecked. I am in dire need of a new one. And obviously the yellow shade was like perfect for my skin tone, but I love this pink. It sort of comes off more of a champagne than it does a pink, I think. But it's blinding. Oh, stunning. Oh, before I forget, as for lips, I basically on Saturday just used like a nice gloss. I've been really liking these little mini Bobbi Brown lip glosses at the moment. This is in the shade Rose Sugar. Though this is actually the finished look, and this is definitely the face that I went for my 21st birthday. Let me know what you think about it down below. I'm gonna get changed, put my outfit on, and then I'll be with you to show you the finished look. So guys, this is my outfit. This is probably the easiest way that I can possibly show you. But I went for a very Kim inspired dress. It's just a black one from Pretty Little Thing with like the ribbing, you know, down the middle, and you can pull this like tighter. So that's what I went for, and then I just popped on some Yeezy inspired shoes, just the clear ones you can get from like Ego and Public Desire. Cutest bag that I own, but it looks like this. It's literally the cutest thing ever. It's from Topshop, and this sort of made my outfit. So this is what I wore for my 21st birthday, and yeah, I am obsessed with it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Why is my chin so shiny? Let me know what you thought down below, and give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I like doing Get Ready With Me's like full on hair, makeup, outfit, everything, so let me know what you thought down below. And yeah, I hope you will have a great Christmas if I don't say so before the actual day. I hope you have a great Christmas and a happy new year, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.